right, Mr. Jim Legxacy has put out a new mixtape titled Black British Music. Jim Legxacy, artist out of the UK that I recently became familiar with a few months back off his pretty viral single, I would say, Father. At least made big enough waves for me to notice it. I think most notably, he has a line on that song where he says, "On the block, I was listening to MITSKI," which is pretty fucking iconic. And yeah, I thought it was like a really interesting kind of experimental blend of like UK rap music and like trap music and some pretty melodic stuff too. Like he has a sound that I think is really unique. And then there was also the Stick single that came after that, which I also thought was great. Just really cool sample work and production on both those tracks that I thought was sick. And yeah, I've been pretty hyped for this mixtape. He's been hyping up for a little bit now, and I'm just hoping if those two singles are as good as, you know, the rest of the mixtape here, could be some interesting stuff. We have Dave on here as well, which is cool. Some of the other features on here I'm not too familiar with, but all right, let's hear out the first track 1, Context.
My mum had like 2 strokes, my brother had psychosis, like fucking candy ring got taken down. It was bad shit, you know.
Who is this talking?
I don't remember doing that much.
Is it him?
But I also wanted to show the bullshit of being distracted myself, because that was also when, you know,
I'm liking the little synths that are surrounding this. Dude, there's like some cool production going on in this little speech you're doing.
Then there's always gonna be mud.
Hey, just giving context to what the record's about, I guess, but there's some like really cool sounds going on behind him talking. The weird vocal sample, the synths. All right. Oh, that's a cool transition in the Stick, which was the second single, which I love. Love this sample, whatever this is, this vocal. Sounds like a sample. That was a cool little transition, though. I liked that.
Said I'd change, it depends. You said I couldn't pretend. Told me that I couldn't fit in your lifestyle. Yeah.
Just love that sample. Ever since the rain came crashing down. Such a good sample.
Selling Charlie to the brats.
Let's go. Selling Charlies to the brats. Love the cultural references.
So this when I was a jit. I got evicted and shit. I was around with the thugs out, giving drugs out for the veins. I had to toss in the rain, yeah.
I love how he switches between like that cool flow and like the melodic flow. I really like his voice. Yeah, just the production, those drums, that sample. Great track. All right, the next track is gonna be New David Bowie. New David Bowie? Interesting name. All right, track 3. Yeah, love that track. New David Bowie. Oh, didn't like the wait, hold on. Didn't like the Charlie line? You're not real. You're just not real then. How can you not like the Charlie line? Selling Charlie to the brats. How's that not a bar? Fuck. Sorry.
Life of a sinner. She don't like no rappers, so I told her I'm a singer.
There's such interesting like chords.
See them too, man, I had to pull my
Oh. Whoa. Dude, I'm loving the sample work. I hope he does this on like every track. Dude, some little guitar to throw in the end too. Damn, okay, that was cool too. Another interesting beat. Love the sample thrown in there, the little soulful sample. There's some like cool, weird ass chords going on. Then you had like those drums that were pretty loud too. It came together in a nice way. Put my phone on D&D. All right, track 4, Sun.
The sun.
Oh.
Comes up in the morning and pouring up.
Doing like a
another night where the party ain't done and I feeling too. Ice on the rocks for 2. And I got to. I'm trying to rock with you. I'm on the block for you.
The longest track on the record. This is Tim Guerrero.
She a creamer. You want my love,
I'm not sure if I'm crazy about the feature. And the acoustics are nice.
Another night where the party ain't done and I feel numb. In a Vito, fuck up +1.
I don't think he does this style bad, for sure. But I'm not sure if I prefer this over the stuff he was doing on the previous. I've heard bigger artists make attempts like this and do it fucking awful flat on the face. Fall flat on the face doing it. So. I don't think it's a bad attempt at it. Dude, I love the title of this next track. I love the title of this next track. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, yeah, I mean, reggae, like Afrobeat kind of thing, a little bit. I don't think he did the style horribly. Like, I've heard much worse songs in that vein. I think he fit the vibe well. All right, this next track is called 06 Wayne Rooney. That's pretty fire.
I'm unemployed, they hold me down by my feet.
You're doing a pop punk thing? I didn't expect this record to be so versatile.
My nigga went jail, I call you need to breathe.
Did you do the UK Brit pop thing? A little bit of Brit pop?
Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo.
Hey.
How'd I get here? Hey, yo. Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey,
Yo, what? This sounds good.
how'd I get here? Hey, yo.
Dude.
Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo.
I really like his vocal on that chorus. Okay, that's a cool little pop punk one. This record has had some versatility so far. Also, the good. Yo! I like this track. I wasn't as crazy about Sun, but I'm liking this one. I thought that was cool. I thought that was a good attempt at like a more beer punky UK thing. I really liked his vocals on that song. I thought his vocals sounded really good. I thought it fit the style well, and the guitar went off, and that little outro part went off too. So that was fun. Hey, hey. All right, Issues of Trust, track 6.
I've always been scared of being
Acoustic ballad now?
of letting my heart
Dude,
speak.
she's really pulling out the versatility.
Not
The strings, not the strings.
I feel like I'm in this like endless loop of days that just keep, you know, going and going, and I just can't wake up from this.
I still cannot talk about it.
Damn. Sad, pretty valid. I'm pretty impressed by some of his vocals on this album so far. But I love the strings on that. It was short, definitely. But, you know, Issues with Trust is in the title. Was that about his dad? I thought he mentioned his dad in the beginning. I couldn't really tell. But very pretty vocals, man. Love the strings. Do kind of wish it was longer, but damn, it was pretty. Okay, but yeah, this record does seem a little bit all over the place so far. But I mean, it is a mixtape, so that makes sense. But he is definitely showing the versatility. The only one I have been crazy about so far is Sun. But I really liked that track. It was really pretty. All right, ooh, track 7 is Father. This is one of my most played songs of the year. It's one of my favorite tracks this year.
We've been making asses shake since the Windrush.
This sample is crazy. Crazy.
Damn, son.
And the drums go hard. That vocal note?
Yeah.
The chop up is just like Kanye. Early Kanye style.
She's independent, wanna spend my money. She's independent, wanna spend my money on her.
Here's the line.
On a block, I was listening to MITSKI.
Bar of the year. Bar of the year.
Making money off a phone, I was 16. Had no dad, but I never was a miss.
Also like really personal lyrics. I love how they chop up that sample where it sounds like the sample is saying father and bother. Just 6 sample chops. Pretty personal one lyrically. Good vocals, like good bars. Good ass track. One of my favorites of the year. Oh, damn, that was a cool transition. All right, track 8, d.b.a.b or d.b.a.b. Cool. This one's interesting. It's like it's like a mix of like Travis Scott and like regular like UK sound. These synths. But also the sample is cool too. There's also like a little Afrobeat in this one too, I think. But the way those drums are. There's a weird mix. This one has a weird mix of sound. Weird track. I like it though. It's a cool blend of a lot of different sounds. Synth outro.
This message has been brought to you by Fast Gas, proud sponsors of Black British music.
I like the like DJ talk throughout this record so far. Okay, it was interesting. I like the synth work a lot. And again, the strong chorus there too. Drums were loud, but they knocked. All right, Big Time Forward, track 9.
Yeah, girl wanna move forward. Yeah, she wanna be big time forward.
A little dance hall? No, sir.
Yeah, big time forward. Yeah.
Okay. A strong chorus again. Good vocals. It's a cool little like dance hall feel. Maybe wish that one was a little bit longer. But it's definitely a cool dance hall vibe. All right, track 10, SOS. There's some Linkin Park strings.
Back to life.
That sample sounds familiar. What's that sample? I didn't expect this record to have so much like dancehall and like Afrobeat influence. I don't know if he did that a lot in his last record, but I mean, I think he does it well.
If you're in distress,
He's a really good hook right there. Yeah, it's a cool blend of like, again, like dancehall and R&B and
get you off that fence.
I'm liking the blends of genres he's doing throughout the record.
Back to life.
I like that use of that sample. Nice. Nice. There's the strings again. Vibe. Like that one a lot too.
British music.
Cool R&B sample. Had I think a little bit of dancier flair there, and he's bringing some solid choruses I think on this record so far, man. And I really like his voice. I think he has a solid voice, and he can also rap too. But he's actually doing a lot less rapping on this record than I thought he was gonna do. Like most of these like last couple tracks have been more of him singing for the most part. All right, track 11. I just banged a snus in can of water. Is this gonna be the Drake one? What the fuck does a snus mean? That's some British slang I have no idea the meaning of. Snus. Oh wait, a Swedish tobacco product? I just banged a snus in Canada. I don't know what the fuck that means, man.
Made in Britain, paid in Britain.
Yo, now we're back on like the Kanye.
It doesn't get blacker than this, baby.
Oh my gosh.
If you came to do the lewds and listen to some bangers, then bust a gunshot in the air.
I love the DJ inclusions here. Oh. Dude. The piano keys on this. Oh my gosh, I love the keys on this. Dude, it's like a lo-fi piano. Oh. Dude. Banger! Love that, man. I love those lo-fi-ish pianos, man. And he's also just like rapping his ass off. Damn, that's one of my favorites. That is one of my favorites so far. Those like pianos were like haunting. He's really like rapping his ass off too. And there was also the subtle soul sample through in there towards the end and the beginning. Sick. I thought it was gonna be like a Kanye ass track in the beginning, but no. It's just a lot of different sounds going on, but they're working pretty well. All right, track 12, Dexter's Phone Call, featuring Dexter and the news agent.
Feel them come to bite me. I'm stuck in a loop, been away for some time. I could hide in the corner, pretend that I'm fine, but I'm no.
Sad vibes.
It's been.
Like a folk song? What is going on?
There's plenty things I can't see. It feels like a boulder's coming at me.
Oh.
I try to take it on my
Same sample as Stick. Wow. Damn. Bloody lovely vocals. Dude, seriously though. I loved those group vocals, man. Those were heavenly. Damn, that was cool. That was like, it had a little bit of a folk feel, a little bit. I loved the group vocals were heavenly, man. It was like it was a pretty sad, folkier ballad. I'm pretty impressed by how many different sounds this guy can attempt and it pulled them off really well. All right, man. All right, track 13, 3 times, 3x, 3 times, 3 times.
South for the river, so you know it's non-stop. I go niggas trying to trip me out pride. I go galley trying to hit me on the side. I go enough people.
I think it's gonna be a really addictive album. More groove vocals.
Didn't wanna know, but she finna know. Black British music, listen out. Black. Told Jim you already did your sister proud.
Damn.
Alexis, Texas, vex us. Remember the galley them left us. Now it's me they prefer. She wanna love, forgive me. Excuse me, Whitney. What you want, car one, never pick me. Street team in the 16 with me. Touch mine and we mash up the strip C.
Oh Okay, this is like, yeah, this is another one that has an Afrobeatish feel. I like Dave's verse. I especially liked when, because obviously Jim on that first verse kind of said something about his sister passing. And I like how Dave said, like, oh, she's proud of you. That was cute. But why was that a few lines after you said that you say Alexis, Texas? You bring up Alexis, Texas. Why? Why would you do that? I still like it though. I still like it. That one Dave bar is just me nitpicking. But I thought it was a very cute track too. And I like the group vocals a lot. Oh, a nice transition to track 14. Tiger Driver 91? Is that talking about like Tiger Woods?
I was all losing my faith. I take a look at her. Wake up. Praying to God doesn't leave me.
Some dark and minimal production here.
Niggas was losing your faith. Now take a look at her race.
I really like the instrumental on here. It's not one of my favorites, but I do like the dark kind of somber feeling. I don't think there's really a track on the record so far that's been like this somber-ish. So that's cool. Not necessarily my favorite song first listen, but it's a vibe I can mess with. I'll say the vocals maybe weren't as strong as previous tracks on that. All right, the last track is track 15, Brief. See how he ends this thing off. It's been a really solid record so far. That's a pretty peaceful end to the record, I guess. Well-produced record, for sure. Does he produce a lot of his stuff? I think he has credits on, like, almost every track, but there's a lot of other people, too. All right, there it is. Black British Music. Jim Legxacy. Mixtape. I like this a lot. I like this a lot, man. Really impressed with the versatility. Bringing in a lot of different sounds, man. They're like, a lot of UK sounds for sure, but a lot of like soulful rap sounds too, a lot of Afrobeat influence, a lot of dancehall influence, R&B too. Like it's versatile, certainly, but it's also, I think, instrumentally pretty experimental a little bit. He's trying a lot of different stuff, but I think it blends together in a cool way. I feel like he's really onto something here. I feel like once that debut album actually comes out and he just hones in more on the sounds he's going for on this record, it's gonna be something special. But this was a good mixtape. This is a really good mixtape. I'm really impressed with his singing ability as well. I think he's got a great voice, and he's got a lot of energy too when he raps. So yeah, a lot of different influences, a lot of different sounds, a lot of blends of different sounds. Pretty daring. I think it's pretty unique sound that he's got going for him. So excited to see what this guy does next, because I enjoyed this a lot, and I think he can do some special things. So yeah, Jim Legxacy, Black British Music. Good stuff.